Let's start like this. My name is Haas. I am the founder of All Dream Sports. We are a platform for elite athletes to capture, store their complete journey by the year the video happened, but then also by categories like my story, training highlights, and game film. And we help athletes with our platform be able to build a community of people that will support them by pressing our key features, Support My Dream, on their journey to their dreams and achieving the dreams that they have, these big lofty dreams that they have, whether it be to go D1 or whether it be to play professional. We are here to help them, and our platform helps them build a community that will support them along their journey. So that's a little bit about who I am. I also am a former athlete, Division I player, but also a professional basketball player as well in Argentina. So, and when I speak on this topic, I'm not speaking to a top 100 player, okay? It is value that a top 100 player can get inside of the All Dream Sports platform. But it's not, this is for the average elite athlete that just is not top 100, okay? And also, this is a universal, like this is universal. What I teach and what I educate on is universal. It can be used by boys, girls, basically in any sport that is like a high end sport for universities or whatever. Like the sports that athletes are getting some type of NIL money for. Okay. So yeah, let's get into it. And I'm going to be using, this is like a unconventional way, right? I want to draw a little bit and show, some of these things. So right on this side, I have my my notes and things I've written down. So because I don't want to miss anything, okay? And this is how I create, really, is, I write things down so I make sure I get the content out of my head. So let's go ahead and start it off, okay? So this is how All Dream Sports helps and supports elite athletes on their way to their dreams, okay? So let's start. Let's start right here. This is an athlete, okay? This is you, okay? So we'll say athlete, okay? And this is the athlete's dad, okay? He's taller, he's bigger. Put a smile on these guys' face as well. And this is the athlete's mom, so we'll give her some hair. She's kind of beat, okay. She wouldn't be smiling because her hair kind of messed up over there, but it's all good. Okay, so this is the athlete's mom. So we'll label them mom, dad, okay? Now, from the start of the journey for this athlete, okay? This is you, okay? This is you, the athlete. Your parents should be documenting your complete journey, okay? Once you say that this is what I want to do, and you're very serious about doing it, your parents should start documenting this process, okay? And it also should be an ultimate goal of where we are trying to go. I think gone are the days where it's taboo to say, hey, athletes are just athletes and go get an engineering job or go be a doctor. Once NIL happened and athletes can get paid to play, this has become a real job. It's become a real business, okay? And so let's talk about here, okay? What do you want? Okay? So this athlete, what does that athlete want? Okay? Let's use myself for an example. Here I am. I'm an athlete. Here's a basketball. Okay? I want to get there. Okay? The question is, here's the question. How do I get there? Okay? So, how do I get there? Okay? And the thing is this. How do I get there? Right? So, let's go. Mom, Dad, you want to go here, and how do I get there? You know, that's the question. Nothing is guaranteed, of course, unless you're LeBron James. You know, nothing guaranteed. And we are also talking about not players that are in the top 100, okay? So we're not talking about players that are in the top 100. We're talking about players outside of the top 100. And as we know right now, in the United States alone, it's 1 million basketball players that play high school basketball in the nation, okay? Total, around 1 million. So it's very, very competitive, okay? So nothing is guaranteed, but how do I give myself the best chance, right, to get there? So I am not, nothing's guaranteed, right? But also, I am not a 5-star, 4-star. I'm not even a 3-star. Okay? I'm none of those. Okay? And let's go with where I'm starting from. Okay? This is where I'm starting. Okay? Starting at the grade school level. Sorry for my handwriting. Starting at grade school. This is, we'll say, between 8 years old to 14. Okay? So what that means is you have, in order to get to the next stage, that is 6 years of develop 6 years of development. Okay? Now, look, this is the 6 years, right? So you have one, year two, year three, year four, year five, year six. It's a long time, you know. It's a long journey. This athletic journey is such a long journey, okay? And this is what I want to talk about, because in this 6-year journey, this is what I'm seeing from parents right now. And these are things I think parents should not be doing, okay? So what I'll do is I'll put right here should not, okay? Should not be doing this. Spending too much money. Okay. So here, let me explain. And for this, I'll just pull out my notes, okay? Of what I wrote down. So the landscape is changing, okay? The landscape is in sports is just completely changing, okay? Getting exposure and the way you get exposure is also changing, okay? So going to AAU tournaments all around the country, thinking you're going to get exposure from coaches or scouts, recruiters, paying the AAU fees, all the travel that you pay through hotels, and it's just an insurmountable amount of money that parents are paying. And I would say it's roughly between $5,000 and $10,000 per year just on AAU, okay? The gear, the sneakers, the food, everything that goes along with AAU, okay? But it's changing. It's changing so much. And you'll see this within the next year or few years, okay? Because when I was going after this dream, AAU was sufficient to get looks from a coach D1, okay? Because they were there, all right? But now, this is what you will see in the next few years, is that these college coaches, especially Power 5 schools, they are not recruiting high schoolers, okay? So on that transition to going to college or to getting recruited, that or trying to go D1, the path is going to be completely different. It is not going to be high school D1, excel in D1, become pro. That is not going to be the path anymore, okay? So the exposure that you're trying to get through AAU is just not worth it anymore, okay? Because coaches, admittedly, are not recruiting high school kids, okay? So you almost can, and I'll go back to my board, you almost can X out that form of exposure. And I'll say this, not totally, however, so many parents put their eggs, these are eggs, and this right here is the basket of AAU. So many parents put those eggs in this basket totally. And I say, stop. Okay? Exclamation point. All right. So now, here is the other thing that I see many parents doing. It is posting on IG daily. Okay? Again, I'm going to bring my notes in for this, okay? Because I have right here, athletes have no content plan, and they don't. They don't. Parents, no plan. No plan. So the same plan that you have for their training, for their nutrition, for the games, for how they're going to get better, for going to this college, and all of these plans and dreams, but you don't have a content plan. It's almost backwards, okay? What you see from youth athletes in their page all over, through Instagram is highlights, mostly with rap music behind it. No problem with the rap music. I am a hip hop head, okay? However, what's happening is this is the going thing, right? So it's highlights with mostly music behind it. Some training videos for sure with music behind it. Also, videos when they have games, okay? The highlights in the games, all right? Hardly none of the kids are ever even talking, okay? They need to start talking and telling their story, all right? They need to start talking and telling their story. Also, because they need to start engaging early, right? They need to start engaging early and have just like they're gaining the skills on the court or on the field, they need to be gaining the skills of verbally talking, being in front of a camera as well. That's a skill, right? It's a skill, all right? It's not a luxury, it's a skill. And athletes, they need to learn it, okay? They need to be engaging, right? This is the new world. I'm sorry. This is the new world. I'm not sorry, but this is the new world of athletics, okay? So let me continue. As it's a plan for an athlete, like I just said, as it's a plan for an athlete to go to their goals, to be successful on the field or the court, it also should be a content plan. It's no reason it should not be a content plan, okay? This athletic journey is so long, right? That at some point, your post will not matter anymore. It's just a fact, okay? And I'm going to show you why, okay? I'm going to show you why. Look, this is how long the journey is. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's just from 8 to 14. 6 years, okay? So posting a day, a highlight, a game, if you post one time per day, let's just think 6 years. Modestly, we'll say the one time per day, because I also see parents posting 4 times per day, okay? So let's just do the math on one time per day and let's be modest. That is, in that 6 years, that 365 times 6, that is 2,090 posts. It's not one, I'm going to say this, it's not one, I'm going to write this, it's not one coach that you want to get attention from is going to go through your post, especially how the Instagram feed is set up. It's not set up for athletes, okay? It's not set up for somebody to follow your journey, okay? 2,190 posts, not gonna happen. So my question is why? Exposure, likes, okay? But you need to have a content plan on how you're doing it, all right? And that's why All Dream Sports, okay? I'm going to give you a quick advertisement for All Dream Sports. That's why we have the videos by the year and also by the category, right? Because that way a coach can go to your vault and see your progress way more organized than they would be an Instagram profile. Not to mention this as well, okay? Not to mention this as well. We have a small community. We will not be a major platform to have 100,000 athletes. So the athletes that are in our community will get an advantage because coaches will be like, oh, wow, I can follow this much better, okay? So it's so many reasons to join All Dream Sports, right? If you're an elite athlete and you qualify, but that's just one. So our method is different, okay? Our method is different as far as content, and I'm going to show you right now our, we'll say, proven method, okay? Our proven method. And this is really what you want to do, all right? You want to break your content down into missions, okay? You want to be documenting, but you want to break your content down into missions, all right? And we're still going to use the 6-year milestone, okay? Because that's where we are. This is grade school. This goes into the next stage as well, okay? This is one video, but it goes to the next stage, 15, all the way until you are about to go to college, okay? But this is 8 years old to 14, okay? So 6 years, all right? You want to break every 1 year into 4 quarters, okay? Now, what that equals, 6 years times 4 equals 24 quarters, all right? Now, each quarter should be a different mission, okay? Now, this is how you create content. I'm telling you, anyone that follows this roadmap, it will be so successful. And if you're using our platform, you will make $1,000 through $5,000 every single time you do this method, every single quarter. We guarantee it, okay? We guarantee it all throughout the 6 years, so you can see, think of in the amount, how much money that becomes in 6 years, okay? To fund your athletic career, to fund your training, your travel, your nutrition, your recovery, your equipment, your gear, anything that you will actually need to become elite, okay? So each quarter is a new mission, all right? Now, this is the formula right here. About to give you the formula. This is the sauce. This is the real sauce right here. All right? So, you want to go from idea, okay? The idea is what am I going to accomplish? All right? So then from there, we go to the story. All right? So when you do the story, it's the why. Why are you doing that thing? All right? Why do you have this idea? Why do you want to accomplish this thing? Okay? Why do you want to accomplish this thing? Okay? So then you go to, because we always talk about sports and entertainment, what makes this interesting? What makes this interesting? Which is the entertainment value. Okay, that's the entertainment value, right? What makes this interesting? That's the entertainment value. Okay, now here you go. You show the process. All right. From the process, you get what? You get hold on a second. I don't like that O. I don't like that O, so I'm going to do another O. All right. Because the outcome is a huge deal. Okay. Get to the outcome. All right. So this is the formula. Idea. What am I going to accomplish? The story. Why do you want to accomplish that thing? What makes this entertaining? What makes this interesting? That's the entertainment value. Then you're showing the process. You're showing the process. Now, on here, you have your All Dreams Sports account, and this is where you make the money, because when you're showing the process, it's private. All right, unless they are subscribed, which also means they're paying you to watch, which means they support you. Okay? So that is the formula. Okay? That is the formula. All right? So this is how you do it. Okay? So again, let's just go through it again. This is a proven method. 6 years. If you just do 6 years of aimless content, you will just be drowned in a sea of content. I promise you. It makes no sense. Our proven method with All Dreams Sports, how it can be organized and how you can monetize this content, is this way right here. 6 years, right? Every single year, you break it down into 4 quarters, right? That's 24 quarters. No matter what, you're going to go on this journey with your child athlete, right? No matter what. You can't skip these 6 years. No matter what, you can't skip them, because you're going to go on this journey. It's all about how you have everything organized, how you have everything lined up, just as the training, just as the games. You have to look at this the same exact way. And not only is we're talking about the monetization and how this formula helps you earn money, but the organization of having all of your things in one dedicated place. It makes you so much more attractive than the athlete that does not do it, that has everything all over the place, because it's going to get to be way too much. 6 years. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. All right, start from the beginning. Our proven method, 6 years. We break down each year into 4 quarters. 4 quarters, 6 years times 4 equals 24 quarters. Each is a new mission, okay? Each quarter, you're doing a new mission. This is the formula, the idea for the new mission. What am I going to accomplish in this quarter or in this mission? Okay? The story. Now, what is the why? Why do you want to accomplish that thing, right? So then, what makes this interesting? This is the entertainment value, all right? Now, you go show the process. This is the documentation of showing the process. Now, you're on the All Dreams Sports platform. You have a subscription. So therefore, you are uploading everything to your community on All Dreams Sports. And you are putting your videos private only for your community. And then you're funneling some of the story, right? Because this right here, the story, you want to put the story on IG, because that shows what you are trying to accomplish, right? And you're showing the process here on All Dreams Sports, okay? So then you have an outcome, right? Because your supporters have supported you, you get the outcome, and you make money. Now, let's give an example. For me, I'm 14, I'm 6'2", I'm dunking. At this juncture, you're playing some AAU, you're playing for school, you're playing for your grade school. Every single chance you get, you're playing, all right? Because let's talk about where we wanted to go, right? Where do we want to go? Okay? This is the goal, the NBA, all right? So here, through the documentation, all right? Through the documentation, by the time you get to 15, your plan should be to attend a top prep school. That's where you should be trying to go, all right? And that right there is the end of this first class of the journey of what are we calling this? The Athlete Journey 2025 Masterclass, okay? So trust me, we're going to get to here, where the ultimate goal is, but this is the grade school 8 to 14. This is what you need to be doing, okay? This is what you need to be doing. If you just watched the Athlete Journey 2025 and you're an elite athlete or you're training to be an elite athlete, I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. Well, you're probably like, what did you say? I'm going to give you an offer that you can't refuse, that you join the Content Roadmap for Athletes 30-Day Challenge, okay? That's the offer that you can't refuse. Why? Because I guarantee that you make between $1,000 and $5,000 throughout the duration of this challenge. Guarantee it, or your money back, okay? And what do you get? What is the offer? The offer is you get a lifetime subscription to All Dreams Sports, which means you have storage of all your complete sports journey in one dedicated place by the year and by the category, my story, training, highlights, and game film, all in one place. And you can just send that link to college coaches and they can watch your complete sports journey from when you started all the way to your great and being recruited, okay? Not only that, you have access to raise unlimited amounts of money and build a community on All Dreams Sports of people that's going to support you. It's $3.99 lifetime access, and like I said, my offer is that I guarantee that you make between $1,000 and $5,000 in this 30-day challenge, or your money back, and we'll still give you the lifetime subscription. You can't lose. That's my offer.